start standing, we're going to do our warm-up to start with. So we're just going to start by lifting our legs, swinging our arms. We're just going to march it out on the spot just to get our arms and legs going to start with. So like last week I mentioned, at the beginning when we're doing our warm-up, you don't have to go all out. It's not necessarily about how big you're moving or how fast you're moving at the very beginning. We just want to have a nice gentle way of getting your body a little bit warmer, get your heart pumping a little bit more, just so you can get used to starting to move as we're moving into our exercise. Great, so just swing the arms, lifting the knees nice and high. It should be your opposite arm to leg that you're marching. And like before, if you're holding onto a walker or a cane or whatever it may be, absolutely fine. You don't need the arms. You can hold on, or maybe a back of a chair, whatever you need. Great. Okay, and from here, we're going to keep marching. We're just going to change the pattern of our feet a little bit. We're going to go out, out, in, out, out, in. Good. So exactly the same marching pattern. We're just moving our feet out, out, in. So as we're doing this, we want to make sure we're still lifting the knees up nice and high. We're still swinging the arms. So we're not decreasing the sort of amount of movement we're doing just because we're bringing the legs out. Lovely. Good. Let's do one more. Good. And we're going to tap the toes forward like so. So we're not stepping on the foot. We're just going to keep our weight on the standing leg and we're just tapping our toes forward. And as we do that, we're going to throw our arms forward like so. So almost like you've dipped your arms in some paint and you're flicking them forward onto a blank canvas to make some sort of an abstract art. That's it. So you're tapping the foot forward and you're throwing your arms forward at the same time. Good. Good job. That's it. Let's do a couple more here. Let's do one more each. Good. This time we're going to tap out to the side. So same thing. We're keeping our weight in the middle. We're just tapping out to the side like so. So we're not stepping on the leg. We're not doing this, but we're staying in the middle, just tapping the legs, getting used to some weight shift in your body. And as we do that, we're going to add the arms. Same thing. We're flicking the arms out to the side. So now you're imagining the canvases are beside you and you're flicking your arms to the side like so. Good. That's it. Keeping your weight relatively in the middle, trying to still stand nice and tall as we're flicking the arms. Good. Awesome job. Let's do a couple more and one more each side. Good. This time we're tapping backwards like so. So you're bringing your foot back. You're staying in the middle. You're just transferring the weight and tapping back, but we're not stepping. So we're not doing this. We're not stepping back. We're tapping, keeping our weight in the middle like so. Good. And this time, as we're tapping our foot back, we're going to flick our arms in a bit of a diagonal backwards, opening up the chest every time you flick those arms. Good. That's it. Both arms moving together. That's it. Arms moving with the leg. Good. That's it. Keep going. Keeping that weight in the middle, not stepping back, not falling towards the leg that's moving, but we're keeping ourselves nice and steady in the middle, like so. Good. Let's do a couple more. One more each. Good. This time, we're going to have our arms out in a T shape, body nice and tall, head straight. We're going to bring our knee to meet our hand. Notice here how the key words, knee to hand rather than hand to knee. So we don't want to do this. We want to stay nice and tall, lifting the knees nice and high towards the opposite hand. Good. And of course, if you're somebody who is holding on to something, you're not going to be able to do this with the arms, and that's fine. You can hold on to your walker and try to hike those knees up as high as you can to the top of the walker. Or if you're holding onto a chair, same thing. Try to hike those knees up, see how high you can go. That's it, keep going. Lovely. Good. Okay, this time we're gonna keep going with this pattern, but we're gonna bring the knee to the forearm. So not the hand, the forearm. So it means you gotta twist your upper body a little bit more. So we're still standing up nice and tall, so we're not doing this. We're still standing up nice and tall, except we're just twisting our upper body a little bit more so that when our knee comes up, it meets our forearm rather than the hand. Good, and if you're holding on to something, same thing, as you come up, you can try to twist the bottom a little bit more towards the forearm. That's fine as well. Good. Okay, this time we're gonna bring our knee to our elbow. So you gotta twist even more. And really notice here how as I'm transferring my weight from side to side and bring the knee up to the elbow, I'm not doing this. So I'm not falling every time I lift the leg. So you want to transfer your weight over, stand on top of this leg, bring your body vertically on top of the leg that you're standing on rather than try to keep the weight in the middle and then we end up doing a little bit like that. Good. Nice and tall. Good. Let's do a couple more. Good. This time, we're going to open the arms again. Open the legs nice and wide. We're just going to tip down to the side to do a little bit of a stretch down the side of our trunk. And notice here how my head is still relatively straight. I'm not doing this, and I'm not going like this. I'm keeping the arms in a sort of a straight line position. Good. Come back up. Other side. Same thing. Arms in a straight line. I'm not doing this with the arms, but you're having them in a straight line. Chest facing forward, so don't let yourself do this. Bring your chest forward. Good. This time, we're going to go hand to the outside of the opposite knee. So you're twisting back, you're twisting in a diagonal a little bit more this time. And of course, if you're somebody who gets dizzy when you bring your head down, just be a little bit careful. Don't do this very fast. Coming back up to this wide stance position and then going to the opposite side. Feeling the stretch, twisting the breastbone around. Good. Let's do one more each side. Opening nice and wide and then twisting. So hand to the opposite knee. Good. One last one. Open wide. Twisting to the opposite knee. Good. Okay. This time we're gonna do our marching legs like so, but you're going to punch your arms upward towards the ceiling as you're doing this, and you're trying to do opposite arm and leg as you're doing this. And if you're somebody who finds this quite difficult for your shoulders and you can't reach up, that's okay. It doesn't have to be up. If you want, you can do it forwards as well. It's entirely up to you, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And again, as we're doing the marching legs, remember we're transferring the weight, transferring the weight, transferring the weight. So we're not doing this kind of stepping movement, but you're staying nice and vertical, nice and tall in the middle. I know it's easier said than done, but you can do it. Okay. Good. And rest there. Okay, so Our exercises, we've got 5 exercises. We're going to do 2 minutes for each one, and then we're going to do 2 rounds of that. So we'll do all 5 exercises, 2 minutes each, with a little bit of a break in between, and then we'll do it again. So it'll be 2 rounds of that, and that's it. So hopefully we'll all be okay in the exercises. I'll give you some adaptations as we go along if you want us to change it a little bit. Okay, so first one, we're going to start with our legs together, feet together. Or if you can't bring your legs all the way together, get them as close as you can. From here, we're going to curl down. So we're going to bend our knees and crouch down, arms in together. And then from here, you're going to lift your leg nice and high, and you're going to step out to the side, stretching the arms as wide as you can, as wide as your leg will go. And then you're going to lift the leg and come back into this curled shape. And then you're going to go towards the other side, lifting the leg high. Reach as far as you can. Stretch those fingers, stretch those arms, and then coming back in. So the movement of the legs go out, in, and the arms go curl, open. So we go this way to one side, come back in, other side, like that. Okay? 2 minutes. Right. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Open wide and coming in. Good. Really lift the legs as high as you can as you're stepping out. Remember, this class is about weight shifting today. So we're really going to practice shifting our weight from one leg to the other, stretching those arms as wide as you can. Almost like you're trying to touch the opposite ends of the room. Good, that's it. Now, if you're somebody who is holding on to something and you can't use your arms, that's fine. You can do it this way. Bending in, opening nice and wide. Bending in, opening out to the side. And of course, you can add in one arm if you want to hold on with the other side. That's absolutely fine as well. Good, keep going. Nice big lift. Opening that chest. You've got 1 minute left. That's it, good. So I really want to see that difference between the small and the big. So I don't want everything to be at this level because we want to have that level shift, that level change in order to help us transfer that weight and being able to not just transfer the weight side to side, but also vertically from a down position to an up position. That's it. Good. You're almost there. That's it. Well done. Keep going. 15 seconds. Nice and big with your steps. Good. 10 seconds. Really open the arms. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Good. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay. Next one, I'm just going to move back a little bit so you can see my feet. So I'm going to show you the legs first. So we're going to do our lunges. So your feet start in this position. So they're just underneath your hips. And you're going to step forward with one of your legs. And you're going to lunge down. So from the side, it looks like this. Stepping forward, lunge. So notice how my lunge here, I'm dropping the back knee. My body is pretty straight. So I'm not doing this, but I'm keeping my body upright as I lunge and come back up. It's almost like you're trying to kneel that back knee down. Of course, if you can't do that, that's fine. You can do some steps as long as you bring your weight forward, keep your chest up. And the movement goes, we're lunging in this position. We're going to reach up, reach down, come back. So you're lunging, go up, down, back. Up, down, back. Nice and dynamic. Up, down, back, like that. Okay, so you keep switching legs as you go along. Okay, 2 minutes. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. We go lunge, up, down, and back. Lunge, up, down, and back. Good. Lunge, up, down, and back. So my hand, it's almost like you're flicking. You're opening the fingers. You're flicking as you're reaching up and down, like so. Good. That's it. And try not to drag the foot on the floor as you bring it back. See if you can lift it off the ground. Chest up. Good. That's it. Well done. Keep going. Breathing. So remember, if you can't lunge very far, that's fine. You can do a step, a semi-lunge. That's fine as well, as long as you're challenging yourself, trying to move as big as you personally can. Not necessarily trying to match what anybody else is doing, but just you trying to step out, reach up, down, flicking the fingers like that, right? Good. Keep going. Whoa, we got 40 seconds. Good. And of course, if you're holding on to something and you can't do the arms, that's fine. Hold on to the walker or whatever. Maybe you're holding on, maybe a wall, a chair. That's absolutely fine as well. Or you can do one arm. One arm. That's fine as well. Good. You got 10 seconds left. You can do it. Good. 5 seconds. Chest up, nice and low. Last one. And rest. Good. Okay. Are we still okay? Are we still breathing? Okay, next one. We're going to start with our legs a little bit wider. Here's what it's going to look like. Have our arms wide, legs wide. We're going to do a squat. From here, we're going to transfer our weight to one leg. And then we're coming back to the squat, transfer to the other side, like this. And of course, if this is really difficult for your balance, you don't have to lift your leg that high. You can bring in and almost touch your toes to the ground so that you're still transferring your weight over, but you are using that leg to help keep you balanced. But the idea is you're going, not just transferring your weight from side to side, but you're doing that vertical level as well. Okay, so again, it's like this. Arms wide, legs wide, squat, transfer your weight to one leg. You can have it on the floor as well, as long as you bring the leg in. So I don't want to see this. So make sure we move our feet, whether you're stepping or not, okay? Okay, 2 minutes. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Really feel that squat nice and low. And you're really trying to have that difference in movement between the low and the tall, trying to transfer your way over. And of course, just like before, if you want to do it slower, absolutely fine. You don't have to do it at this speed, as long as we're trying to shift our weight, opening up the arms nice and wide, elbows straight, as we're opening the arms and coming forward like so. Good. That's it. So remember, you can tap if you like. You don't have to lift. You can tap as long as you're only touching with your toes so that most of your weight is still on one leg. Good. And again, if you're holding on, that's fine as well, as long as we're not gripping like this onto the chair or walker. So you want to hold on for balance, but you're trying to use most of your muscles for it. Good. You got about a minute left, maybe a bit less. Okay, good. That's it, well done. Nice and wide, and in. Wide, and in. Opening up those arms. Good. That's it. You've got about 30 seconds left. You can do it. You can do it. Breathe. Breathing. Really work on that weight shift of going from down to the side, and then down to the side. So you want to work on that weight shift. Good. Almost there. You got 10 seconds. You can do it. Last bit, last bit. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Okay. Next one, we're going to stand with our feet wide. Our legs aren't actually doing too much in this. You're going to hold your hands together like so. So you're clasping your hands together. And this is sort of like our modified wood chops, if you will. You're starting with your hands together. So your hands are together the whole time. And you're bringing them down to the one of your ankles like so. And then the movement of the arms is you're going to pull up in a diagonal like so, from low to high. Now, as you're doing this, we're going to weight shift. So you're coming down, and then as you come up, you're going to try to stand on the one leg like so, or have the foot still on the floor, but your toes. So I don't know if you can see, let me move back. So it's your toes, right? So you go from here. Now, okay, we're gonna keep going. Right, okay. So, standing with your feet wide, so we did clasping our hands together, and we're going down to one side, and we're coming up like so, okay? Or keeping the foot down, but you're lifting your heels, so that is your toes on the floor. We're gonna do 1 minute each side. Really work on that transference of weight, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. So really think you want to bring those arms as far as you can, and you want to put your weight directly over that leg, like so. That's it, right over that leg. And again, you can keep the toes down. If that's quite difficult, that's absolutely fine. As long as we're trying to transfer our weight from both legs to the single leg. So we're transferring our weight from one leg to the other leg. Good. Keep going. That's it. Good. Keep going. Really trying to keep those elbows straight so it's not like a bent position. You're reaching those arms up across on a diagonal as we're doing that. Good. You got 8 seconds left on this side, and then we'll do the other side. Really work on that transference of weight. Good. Other side. So bending to the other leg, and you're coming up on a diagonal again. That's it. On a diagonal, like so. Good. Really reaching those arms nice and straight across in front of you. Good. Transferring the weight from one leg to the other, or from both legs to the other, rather. And of course, you can tap if you need, and just lift the heel if you find it's too difficult to lift up. And like before, please don't feel like you have to do it fast. By all means, do it slow if you would like. Okay? You got 8 seconds left. Good. Both legs to one leg. Both legs to one leg. That's it. Good. That's it. Good. You got it. And rest. Good. Okay. I hope everybody can see me still. Have audio but no visual. Can you see me now? You might want to try refreshing the page. If not, but hopefully you can see me. Okay. Next one we're going to do is we're going to do our backward lunges. So do you remember at the beginning, we did these ones, the front lunges. So we're going to do the same thing, except this time, we're going to go backwards like this. We're going to go backwards. So it's the same movement, but just rather than coming forward, we're going to go backwards. Oops. Backwards like that. Okay? So the movement is start with the arms nice and wide, and we're going to lunge back, and then we're going to come back in together like this. So open the arms, lunge, come back in like that. Lunge, come back in, okay? So you're trying to send the knee down, body stays upright, so we're going to avoid doing that kind of movement. We're going to stay nice and straight. Okay, 2 minutes. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Lunge, come back in. Lunge, come back in. That's it. So you're keeping your body upright, so we're not like this, right? We're keeping our body upright, sending that back knee as close to the floor as you can without your body tipping forward. Good. Keep going. That's it. So again, if you can't go low and you want to do almost like a bit of a mini step or mini lunge, that's fine. You can do that as well, as long as we're transferring the weight. Because remember, the whole point of today is we're doing lots of weight shift transfers to help with your balance and your agility. Good. Keep going. Lovely. Well done. That's it. Lunging back, open the arms together. Good. That's it. You got a minute left. Good. You can do it. That's it. Sending that knee down, opening the arms nice and wide, and then coming back. So trying not to drag the feet as we're coming back, but you want the leg to be lifting back. Same with when you're stepping back, you want to lift that knee back. Good. 30 seconds. Almost there. Good. Almost there. Breathing. Opening the arms, closing the arms. That's it. 15 seconds. You're almost there. 10 seconds. Good. 5 seconds. And rest. Okay. We're going to start from the beginning again. Just going to check comments. You had to leave and come back. Okay. That's fine. Hopefully, for everyone else, the audio and the video is still working. I notice my internet's being a bit flaky today, so I do apologize. Okay, we're gonna go back to the beginning. Same thing. We're gonna start with our feet together. So do you remember we did this one? We did a curl into a ball, and then we lifted our leg and we stepped out and reached as far as we could. Do you remember this one? Transferring that weight, opening the arms, transferring back to the middle, and then transferring out to the side. So just like before, 2 minutes. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Reach out, coming in, lift the knees high, reach out, coming in. So really focus on that shifting of your weight. Really shift your weight like so. Good, shifting your weight. Good, keep going. Opening and closing. Make sure that there's a real level change between the low and the high, right? So we're not like this and we're not like this. There has to be a real change in the movement. That's it, well done. Good. That's it, well done. You got a minute left, you're almost there. Good, reaching and in, good, reaching and in. Make sure you're really going for that level change. That's it, well done. Really opening the hand, opening the palms, reaching those fingertips nice and wide. Good. You can do it, you can do it. We got 30 seconds left. Good, keep going. In and open reach. In and open reach. So again, go slow if you need, but we're working on lifting the leg, trying to really get that level change and the difference between the small versus the big. That's it. 10 seconds, you're almost there. You can do it. Good. That's it, good. Almost there. And rest. Good, okay. Next one, we're gonna do our lunges with our up and down arms. If you remember, so it looks like this. You're doing your lunges forward. So we go sideways, lunging forward, and you're going up, down, step back. So remember, your hands are doing this as you're going up, down. So we're not just doing this, but you're flicking the hands open as you go up and down. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. We go lunge, up, down, step back. Good. Lunge forward, up, down, step back. So see how far you can step. Because we tend to feel like we're stepping really far, but when you look at your feet, they're actually relatively close together. So you want to try to step up further to try to get that lunge. Try to keep your chest up if you can. Good. Really feel that flicking of the hand. Almost like you got some water on your hands and you're flicking them off at the ceiling and at the floor. Good. That's it. Lifting up the knees. Well done, everybody. You can do it. That's it. Good. Keep going. You got almost a minute left. Up, down, and reach. Up, down, and back. Really lifting that leg. So we're trying not to do this on the way back, but you're really lifting and then really pushing back. So that's where the weight shift comes in. You're shifting your weight forward and you're shifting your weight back. So practicing that weight transfer. Of course, please don't feel like you have to do this really fast. If you want to do it slower, that's fine. But I want to see those arms really reaching, really flicking. And you get really low and the chest is up rather than bent forward. So if the technique is good, you can go slower. But the technique is not there, we got to get the technique there. That's it. Really lift the legs. You're almost there. 8 seconds. That's it. Good. Last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Excellent. Okay, next one. I'm just checking. Okay, perfect. Nobody else is saying anything on the chat box. So, legs wide, arms wide. We're doing our squat like this, and then you're transferring your weight to one side. Do you remember this? And bring your arm forward. So you go open, in, open, in. And again, if you're holding on, that's fine. Open, in, open, in. Or if you don't want your leg that high, go lower. Open, tap, open, tap. But making sure when we're tapping, we're actually bringing that leg in, right? So we're not doing this. You're going down and you're bringing the leg in. So the whole point is you're having your weight in the middle of the two legs, and then you're shifting it to one side, and you're shifting it back to the middle, and then shifting it to the other side. So this is what we mentioned about weight transferring, okay? All right, 2 minutes. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. We go squat and up, squat and up. Keep going. Squat and up. That's it. Good. So really work on that weight shifting. And again, don't do it very quick. If you don't feel like you can do it slower, as long as we're practicing that transferring of weight. Good. That's it. So we're not working on speed today. We're working on your ability to shift weight. If you can do it quick, great. If not, that's absolutely fine. Keep practicing that weight shift. Good. Keep going, everybody. Well done. Good. That's it. Opening the arms, open the chest, and forward. Open the arms and chest, forward. You got 1 minute left. Really transferring that weight from side to side. Good. Breathing. Good. So again, if you're holding on, you can just do it with the legs, or you can tap the foot in. If you can't lift it, that's fine. Tap. Or if you want, you can do one arm, which is a little bit more brain teaser, but if you want to try, go for it. 30 seconds. Almost there. Good, everybody. Well done. 20 seconds. You can do it. Breathing. Good. 15 seconds. You're almost there. 10 seconds left. See how many you can do for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Okay. 2 exercises left, and then we're doing our cool down. You're almost there. Okay. So, legs nice and wide. Clasp those hands together. This one, we're going from one side of your ankle, and you're twisting up like that, either keeping the toes on the floor. So you can either transfer your weight onto this leg, but keep the toes on the floor, or you can lift the toes up every time you go up on a diagonal. So the trick is, as you come up, you're trying not to kick yourself up, because in that way you're always going back towards that leg, but rather you bring yourself over and you want to imagine growing from the top of your head. So your arm is reaching, your head is reaching before you come back down. So we're going to do 1 minute on this side, and then we'll switch sides. 1 minute on the other side. Okay, are we ready? Clasp those hands together. Feet nice and wide to start with, so definitely wider than hip width apart. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Down and up. Good. Down and up. So really feel that opposition reach of the hands and the foot. The opposition of the hands and the foot. Good. That's it. Well done. Again, you can leave the foot on the floor, if you want, as long as you're trying to transfer the majority of your weight to one side. Of course, please do this slower if you need. It's whatever you feel is a challenge, but doable. So I don't want it to be so hard that it feels impossible to do. Good, that's it. Keep going. Really reach. Again, you can tap if you need, or if you're holding on, that's fine as well, but you're trying to go from both legs to one leg like that. Okay, switch side. That's it. Down, across, down, across. That's it. So again, you can tap as long as you're putting most of your weight on that leg, right? So I don't want to see this. So not like this. You want weight in the middle and you're moving to that one side, right? That's good. Oh, you got 30 seconds left. We're almost there. That's it. Good, everybody. Well done. Almost there. That's it. Really reach. 15 seconds. Reach. Twist on that diagonal. Good. 10 seconds. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Good. Last one. We're doing our backwards lunges. So if I go sideways, do you remember the first one we did was forward like that? So instead of going forward this time, we're going to step back into our lunge and then come back to where we start. So you're going back and then into the middle again. So again, if you can't go that low, that's fine. You can step back as long as we're not doing this, right? So I don't want to see this. So you want to keep your chest up as you're moving. So it's almost like if I cover your legs with something and I can only see from waist up, it shouldn't look like you're really moving much. Okay? Now your arms go nice and wide, you're lunging nice and wide, and then you step back in together. So open nice and wide, step back in. Okay? 2 minutes. Make sure you switch legs each time, so you go right leg back, left leg back, or vice versa. Okay? 2 minutes. Are we ready? You're almost done. Last one. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Lunge and in. High knees. Lunge and in. Try not to let your foot drag on the way in. Try to lift it. That's it. So remember, we're practicing that weight shift. Practicing that weight shift. Good. That's it. Keep going. Very nice. That's it. Good. Opening the arms, opening the chest as you're lunging. Chest up. Good. Well done. Keep going. Lunge and in. Lunge and in. Good. Thinking about keeping that chest up. Dropping that back knee down to the floor as far as you feel you can. If you can't and you're stepping, that's fine as well, but we're trying not to let the arms do this. So you want to make sure you open the arms nice and wide and in. You open the arms and in. So you're trying to move as big as you can. You've got 1 minute left. Last minute of hard work. You're almost done. Good. That's it. Opening and in. Almost there. Opening and in. Arms up. Almost there. 45 seconds. Well done, everybody. 40 seconds. You're almost there. Good. Chest up. Dropping that knee low. Opening the chest. You got 30 seconds. You can do it. You're almost there. Good. That's it. 20 seconds. You can do it. You can do it. A couple more. You got 15 seconds. See how many you can do. This is your last exercise. You got 10 seconds left. See how many you can do. Keep those arms up. You're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Very nice, everybody. Well done. Okay. Let's just walk on the spot. We're just gonna gently pick up our legs, let our arms hang, let them swing, do what they want. We're just gonna lower the heart rate a little bit. Good. That's it, very nice. Just letting your body rotate, let the arms swing. We're not marching very high, we're just keeping those feet going on the spot. Good. From here, we're gonna stick one leg forward. You're gonna bend the back leg, so like this. Stick one leg forward, bend your hips over that back leg so that this leg is still straight, and you should feel a stretch at the back of the thigh. Chest up, so chest nice and straight. Hinge at the hips, so we're not like this, right? Hinge at the hips to feel that stretch at the back of the thigh. Good. Other side. Step the leg forward. Stick your bottom back. Chest and spine nice and straight, hinging at the hips to feel that stretch at the back of the thigh. Good. Okay. Now we're going to open the legs a little bit wider. We're going to shift our weight to one side, bending the knee on one side, keeping the other one straight. And again, body is relatively straight and you're hinging the whole thing forward at the hips to feel that stretch on the inner thigh. Good. Awesome job, everybody. Well done today. That was a hard one. Good. And we're going to shift our weight to the other side, straightening that leg. Good. Feeling that stretch in the inner thigh. Good. Okay, from here, if you have a chair or something behind you, great. You can hold onto a wall. We're going to do our thigh stretch. So you can either hold onto a wall and then hold onto the foot and bring it up towards your bottom, or have a chair behind you or a stool of some sort. And you can put your foot on it so you can still feel that stretch at the front of the thigh. Hold on if you need, as long as we're not doing this when we're stretching, right? You want the knees to be together and you want to stick your hips forward so you really feel the front of that thigh stretch. So definitely hold on to a wall or chair or table or something if you need. Good. And of course, the higher your leg is, the more of a stretch you feel. So if you find this getting easier on your chair, you can stack up some pillows or something so that your foot is a little bit higher. Good, and we're gonna switch sides. So try to hold on if you can. Or if you don't need to hold on, that's fine, but I don't want you to be trying to fight for your balance as you're stretching and then end up not really getting a stretch. So hold on if you need. It's not gonna take away anything if you're holding on. Good. Remember to push the hips forward, right? So for like this, you're not going to feel the stretch. You want to push the hip forward to feel at the front of the thigh. Good. Excellent job, guys. Okay, this time we're just going to swing the arms backwards. And of course, if your shoulders hurt, don't swing as high. You can go a little. But I just want you to try to swing the arms without it being really stiff. We're going to try to loosen up the arms and let them sort of flop back. Like so. Good. Very nice. And we're going to go forward. Again, we're trying not to hold on to them. We're going to let them be floppy if we can. Good. Well, hopefully, you, even though it was cutting out every now and then, hopefully you still got to do the workout and still break out a sweat. So we have this recorded, so we'll definitely make sure we put it up on the website and onto our YouTube channel. So if anybody had any issues with it,
you can then go back and refer to it. But hopefully you had some fun, and hopefully I'm not the only one sweating here. Okay, so remember today we did a lot of weight shifting, so there was no really emphasis on how fast you're going. It's more about the actual transferring of the weight, because we want to practice that transferring to help you with your balance, right? Because a lot of the times the problem with the balance is not actually a reflex or anything like that. I know a lot of people think balance is a reflex, but it's not. There's lots of different components that make up your balance, and it's actually quite a complex system. And so some of the strategies that we work on to help with balance would be things like weight shifting in different directions, swaying in different directions, and that kind of stuff. So if you were someone who wanted to improve your balance and you just stood on one leg all the time, that's not necessarily going to help you, because it's more the dynamic aspects. Because how often do we go about in life just standing on one leg? Not really. So it's that transferring of weight that we're really looking forward to. So I hope that was challenging. So as you can see, if you're doing it right, it doesn't matter how fit you are or unfit you are, you should be sweating all the same. Okay. Well, great. Thank you guys for joining us today. Next week, same time, same place. And we'll switch up the exercise a little bit to do a little bit more speed involved, although we still want to do agility. Okay. Yes. Okay. Sorry about the freezing, you guys. I know. I think my internet's been very temperamental today. Just because I guess lots of people are using it, but hopefully next week more stable. So definitely look for the recording if you found that it was really freezing on your behalf. So I am really sorry about that, but tomorrow. Okay, I will see everybody next week. If you have any questions in the meantime or any feedback, please feel free to email us. Bye, everyone.